All right, I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. We have some stuff to get into here. A lot of information coming out behind the scenes about certain Liberal MPs and where they are currently standing on Trudeau's leadership over the country. Right now, we have a Fox Business video. Kevin O'Leary, Canada's leadership is collapsing. This is something we've known for the past few months now, and it just gets worse and worse. Chrystia Freeland left. Multiple MPs, actually at this point, over 15 plus MPs calling for the resignation of Trudeau. It really is the government collapsing in real time. On top of when they did not produce the fall economic statement, or they tried to delay producing it and handing in the documents for the statement. All of these factors coming in together showing that the Liberal government, yes, they are collapsing one of one in real time.
Friend Kevin O'Leary, who joins us this morning. Kevin, we understand you're headed to Mar-a-Lago to meet with President-elect Trump. You have said you want to broker a deal that will create an economic union between the U.S. and Canada. Is that right?
Yes, there's no reason to be fighting. We've been talking about this for decades, and I think the time is right. What I did, and I've been doing this now for about 48 hours, and I'm getting a lot of feedback from the Canadian public. I enjoy a very large social media following there. So I said to them, look, what deal do you want? And they definitely don't want to give up their sovereignty, but they really want to explore this idea of an economic union because Canada, but you think about 40 million people, size of California, unlimited resources, unlimited power, unlimited gas, unlimited water, unlimited lumber, unlimited everything. Yeah. And they're not stupid. They're thinking, wait a second, what if we had free trade east, west, north, south? And that we put all our resources in instead of squabbling on our own border between Canada and the United States and put all that money up into protecting ourselves against the Chinese and the Russians up north. That all makes sense to Canadians. They just don't want to give up their sovereignty. Just like somebody born in Louisiana doesn't want to be born somewhere else. They want to say, look, I was born in Calgary, whatever. But the way to solve for that is a passport, no different than the EU. Any American get it, any Canadian can get it, get the background check. They're starting to like that idea a lot more than the idea of selling out the whole country.
Yes, and obviously Canada wants to remain Canada. Set in stone. That's what most Canadians want. At the end of the day, we need a strong leader who can actually discuss deals, not with the United States, but all around the globe. Also, we need to start producing our own resources here. We cannot pump oil and gas and natural resources here to have it be refined somewhere else and then buy it back for tenfold. It is not a sustainable. The only people that are benefiting off of that are the ones who are selling it back to us. We had that here. We had our own refineries in Canada. It would boost production, it would boost jobs, it would boost overall growth of the economy. We could sell those resources off to other countries. We could create stronger alliances. We need to create a stronger alliance with the US, which right now isn't looking too great because of our leadership in Trudeau, a very weak leader. We need a leader who can strike these deals and create growth here and internationally. We're getting pushed around by Donald Trump because Trudeau doesn't have a set of balls at the end of the day. Just simply what it comes down to. And Doug Ford is a big fish in a small pond. So when he sits there going up against Trump, Trump is just going to laugh in his face. As much as I don't mind Doug Ford denying resources and supplying the United States with our resources, taking that away isn't doing anybody any favors. It's not doing us any favors. It's not doing the United States any favors. That was in response to the 25% tariffs that Trump wanted to put on our country if we didn't fix our borders. At the end of the day, they're our neighbors. We should be working together. We should both want strong borders. Simple as that. I don't know why this is some insane argument to have. Moving on. The federal Liberals' New Year's Eve nightmare. Party vote intent sinks to 16%. Trudeau approval at all-time low. 46% say PM should resign. And I said this in the last video, and I'll say it again. They want him to step down. These MPs do not have any confidence in him on the Liberal side in the Liberal Party, but they'll still stand there and back him every step of the way. Step down. If you don't believe in him anymore, have the party actually collapse from the inside out. They won't do that because they're all in the same position as Jagmeet, more or less. They all want to get paid. They all want their pension. These MPs on the Liberal side say one thing, do another, gaslight, manipulate. It's just the same old Liberal playing card at this point. And it's gotten very tired. It's a very tired, played out system, and it's game over at this point. MPs push Trudeau to decide on his future. All these articles are coming out in the past day or so, as if this writing hasn't been on the wall for months now. Trudeau literally begged for his job a few weeks ago. He held that emergency meeting, begging to keep his job, more or less. I find it funny that of all places right now, the Globe and Mail, letters to the editor, December 30th. Justin Trudeau is doing his best at one of the world's hardest occupations. Oh, boo, hoo, boo, hoo. If this is his best, then he's not doing a very good job and hasn't been for a while now. And the fact that the Globe and Mail is still running defense for him speaks volumes about them. Looks like somebody might be bought and paid for. Isn't that interesting? He knows it just as we do. Internal emails show Liberal MPs speculating about Trudeau's expected resignation and the roadmap ahead. The roadmap ahead should simply be have him step down, and a majority of you should lose your job based on what you have done in the past 10 years. It's really that simple. The fact that any of these Liberal MPs think they deserve a paycheck after what they have done is absolutely wild. It's literally gotten to the point where the entire Atlantic Liberal caucus has called for him to step down. I did report on this yesterday, but this just further proves it. The caucus says a leadership change is urgent. Maybe the entire Atlantic Liberal caucus should step down as well. I think they all should. Absolute failure of a party. We have a thing coming here from the Financial Post. Everyone that is, except Trudeau himself, who still gives a sign of being in denial. He has the authority to call an election before the House reconvenes on January 27th. He may yet believe his campaigning skills and attacks on Pierre Poilievre can convince enough undecided voters to squeeze out another minority government. But he's almost certainly wrong. Voters have had it with his narcissism, petty double standards, entitlement, flexible ethics, and lack of moral clarity. Staying on would likely produce an election defeat so crushing it would take a generation for the Liberals to recover, or even lead to a merger with the NDP. As if the Liberal NDP, it's like they haven't already merged, right? Financial Post? Jesus Christ, even the Financial Post, out of touch. All of these mainstream media, news article, they're not even paying attention. The NDP are a leech on the Liberals, sucking off of anything they can get to stay in their position. The merger's already happened, and it's been there. If an election were to happen, the Liberals and the NDP are going to be a fraction of what they already are. A merger isn't going to do them any favors. And it's just going to be the same old playbook of if Jagmeet is still there, Jagmeet and whoever, most likely not Trudeau at that point, will be best buddies going up against the Conservative Party, with the Bloc most likely being the leader of the opposition, Blanchette, which I find absolutely wild. But that's where it's gotten to. Everything fallen apart for the Liberal government. From Cocaine Randy to Chrystia Freeland to the 15 plus, and now the entire Atlantic caucus calling for Trudeau to resign. It's game over. It is truly game over. Trudeau, just interesting that he wants to go down on this sinking ship. He really is the captain who has a major hole in the bottom of his ship and it's just sinking, and he's like, everything is fine. Everything is great, guys. I'm a fantastic leader. Mind-blowing stuff. And just for the hell of it, to end off this video, a little throwback from, I believe, 3 to 4 months ago, this woman calling Trudeau a communist pig.
Will you shake my hand holding a freedom flag?
Thank you. You had your 20 seconds. It was a pleasure.
Are you 20 seconds, you communist? Go, Trudeau, you're nothing but a communist pig!
Yeah, get him. Alrighty. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that sub button. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.